The 76ers play their preseason finale tomorrow night. Nick Nurse gives a huge update on one of the team's stars. You don't want to miss what he had to say, but even more so, the Sixers may have just revealed their hand as it relates to the starting lineup. So we'll react to that and we'll give our thoughts on what the starting lineup should be next Wednesday night against the Celtics. Lastly, we will try to predict the Sixers record in 2025. All that and more coming up here on Philly Take with RB. But welcome into the show. I am RB. Do me a solid. Hit that like button. Hit that sub. But most importantly, hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss any of the videos or the live streams. We will be live every single game. So make sure to tune in with us. We have a lot of good stuff to get to today. But we started off by looking at a picture of a tire. You're probably sitting there on your phone or your laptop going, what the heck is this? Well, this is a video that was posted on Andre Drummond's TikTok today. And it's a tire. It then flips to a Dembona. You get it, right? Andre Drummond bullied a Dembona. Maybe bullying does work for the 76ers. Andre Drummond, I guess, punished him for not doing his rookie duties last year. I don't know. But Andre Drummond took the tire off of a Dembona's car and messed with him and made a TikTok about it. So even the old heads on the team are getting more into the younger generation. Next, we'll see Joel Embiid with a TikTok. There's Joel Embiid laughing, by the way. I love it, man. The vibes are good. Guys are smiling. I don't know why I showed you this video, but I thought that you may think it's funny. There he is actually putting popcorn in his car as well. So a Dembona, I forget how much he makes, but you have a long day ahead of you, buddy. Anyway, let's talk about the guys on the floor, most specifically the stars. Yesterday, I made a video and I said that I think Joel Embiid is trending towards playing on opening night. And I said Paul George is an outside shot, but maybe could play. Now, here's an update on those two today. Joel Embiid did not participate in practice. He had a planned off day. And Paul George was a full participant, including 5-on-5. So it was 3-on-3s. Then it was 5-on-5s. Instantly, when I see this today, I'm thinking, wow, PG might actually be ready to go as well. But here's what Nick Nurse had to say about Paul George. Quote, he jumped into a bit of 5-on-5s, just trying to keep him moving in the right direction. He was asked whether or not there is optimism he could play tomorrow or in the preseason opener. And he says, nah. Yesterday was his first day live. We just have to keep waiting. And Nick Nurse was actually asked about tomorrow in terms of the preseason finale. Who should we expect to see? He did say Joel Embiid is still on the table. He said it'll be decided tomorrow. I'm kind of leaning towards, he probably won't. But Nick Nurse says there is a chance that Joel Embiid plays tomorrow night. We will be live streaming that game, so make sure to tune in. But no matter what, it seems like the Sixers overall are getting healthier. It's been a long couple of years, but they are trending back to the right direction. Obviously, Paul George will not be there to start the season. Jared McCain will not be there to start the season. Still want to see some Quentin Grimes action. Maybe we'll see him tomorrow. But overall, when I think about this Sixers team, if healthy, as we've been saying for the last however many weeks, they could actually be pretty good. But what should their starting lineup be? Well, the Sixers actually kind of teased it. Maybe they didn't notice it. Maybe the admin is posting too much content, but they kind of gave it away. So we're going to take a look at what that is, and I'm going to give my thoughts on what it should be, but I want to turn it over to you. Let me know down below, what should the Sixers starting lineup be on Wednesday night to start the season against Boston? I'll give you my thoughts on the other side, but real quick, a shout out to the sponsor of today's video. Sleeper is a fantasy sports and real money gaming app that is taking things to the next level. They are the best one-stop shop for all your sports needs. You can chat on games in real time with other users. You can get the latest news, scores, and alerts right at your fingertips. And you can play in fantasy leagues and win real money on picks contests. With Sleeper's picks, all you have to do is choose anywhere from 2 to 8 of your favorite players This could be pregame, live game, or even across different sports. And then you just pick the over or under, more or less than the predicted stats. That's it. You can make these entries in less than 30 seconds with a $1 minimum entry. And on Sleeper, if your picks win, you can get up to 1,000 times your payout. So right now, download the Sleeper app, use the promo code PhillyTake, and get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. And right now, as a special promo, Sleeper's actually offering a free $20 entry with no deposit required. All you have to do is sign up and use the code PhillyTake to claim your free promo. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states. Check out Sleeper today. All right, so I put out this tweet a couple of days ago, actually yesterday it was, and I said that my starting five, at least right now, until Jared McCain comes back, obviously that changes things up. I would go with Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe at the 2, Paul George at the 3, Dominic Barlow at the 4, and Joel Embiid at the 5. Grimes is the better overall player, as I said, but I like the size, the length, the rebounding of Dominic Barlow. No, there is no way in heck that I thought he would have a chance to win the starting job back when they signed him a couple months ago as a two-way. And I also do like Jabari Walker. But a lot of people were responding to this saying, what is wrong with you? Where's Trendon Watford? Where's Trendon Watford? I'm going to keep it very simple for you. We haven't seen Trendon Watford. He's not starting the season. Now, if I had to revise this, now that we know Paul George is not going to be there, I think I'd probably put Grimes in the starting five just for now. Maybe you could go with Kelly Oubre. I don't think Justin Edwards has played well enough to earn that spot right now. There's a couple other guys you could throw in there. But I think that they would probably go with Maxey, Quentin Grimes, VJ, Barlow, and Joel Embiid. And Nick Nurse actually said today that other players have even been handling the ball while Maxey is on the floor too. So that makes me feel even better about Grimes being in the starting lineup, right? Kind of playing Maxey off ball like we talked about last week. And if we ever get to see Trendon Watford, then maybe that'll change things as well. But for now, I think that this is going to be the starting lineup. And I think that just because of the fit with all of these players. The 76ers put out a post here on their Twitter page. And even though they did a black and white post, right? They thought we couldn't tell the difference maybe between the pennies. Let's take a zoom in here real quick. So we see Tyrese Maxey looking like he's probably rocking the blue penny. We see Joel Embiid, who looks like he's rocking the blue penny. Oubre's over here in the white. We go to the next picture. We see Paul George in the blue penny, Quentin Grimes in the white penny. And then we see Andre Drummond in the white penny. We see Oubre and Bona in the white pennies. Maxey again. But wait for it. There's VJ, and he is rocking a blue penny. So VJ's in the starting group. And then if we go to the last one, look at that. It's Joel Embiid and Dominic Barlow in the background. So that is really the starting five. And that's what I put out in terms of what I would do right now. As we know, Paul George most likely will not be in the starting five to start the season. But it seems like Nick Nurse is on the same wavelength as I am. Just having that guy next to Joel Embiid will take a lot of pressure off him. I know everybody has talked about 4-guard lineups and about how the guards are rebounding more and about how they want to play up tempo. But again, going back to the precedent that this team is built around Joel Embiid, it's going to be hard to play quick right from the jump. Maybe you can get there, and maybe once you develop this other offensive philosophy, you can try it out. But I just don't think they're ready to do that right now. Lastly, Nick Nurse talked about VJ Edgecombe and what has surprised him the most. He says getting over screens. He does that at an amazing level. You can screen him all day and maybe never get him off his man. So I am very excited about VJ defensively. We'll see how the offensive polish is, but I think from day one, he's going to make a huge impact defensively. And like I said, early in his career, he might even be in contention for the Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Maybe not this year, but maybe in a couple years as he gets acclimated to the NBA. Now, last but not least, I want to talk about the 76ers and their record prediction. How many wins do you think this team is going to have? We look at a couple years ago, right? 2020, they had 49. Then they went to 51. Then they went to 54. Then they dropped down to 47. That's when Joel Embiid missed the second half of the season, came back for the playoffs, and last year was an absolute disaster. Now, again, I don't know what the playoffs are going to hold. I don't know what the season's going to hold because every year is different. But what we do know coming into the season is that the East is a lot weaker than the West. There's a lot of teams injured. We talked about the Celtics. What about the Pacers? There's a lot of teams dealing with monumental injuries. There's a lot of opportunity. If the Sixers are indeed healthy for once, or relatively healthy, they have a shot to contend with anybody. You look at a team like the New York Knicks. Guess what? Malcolm Brogdon retired suddenly yesterday. They just lost a big depth piece. Who else? The Cavaliers? I mean, they fluke out every year. Detroit kind of got a bit worse. Who else? Atlanta had a good offseason, but can you really trust them right now? Miami traded Jimmy. Giannis doesn't want to be in Milwaukee. I think talent-wise on this roster, they actually have one of the more talented teams. I think this season is going to go relatively well, or everything is going to flop on its face, and everything's going to come crashing and burning down. With that being said, it's very hard to make a prediction about this team, but I'm going to do it. And I'm going to say that although they don't get back to the 47 win mark a couple years ago, keep in mind half that season was Joel Embiid being injured, I think they will make it close. And I think they're going to have a winning record. And I'm going to say they win 45 games. 45-37. 8 games over 500. They get into the playoffs, maybe as a 4 seed, 3 seed, whatever that is. And I think they'll go under the radar and hopefully prove some people wrong. Maybe everything blows up and it smacks me right in the face and maybe they win 15 games. I don't know. It's a very big question mark right now. It's an uncertainty. Give me all of your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think about the 76ers, about Paul George, Joel Embiid. What should the starting lineup be? All thoughts down below. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe as always. I will catch you on the next one. Peace.